So it took a little bit longer than I expected to find this guy, but finally this week, randomly at Target, I was able to find the Halo 4 Master Chief. Hello and welcome to Not So Awesome Review, and today we're looking at the Halo Spartan Collection, Halo 4 Master Chief, and yeah, like I said, this guy's been out for a pretty good while, at least through GameStop. I finally ran into him at my local Target, and it was like an instant, yeah, okay, I want him. I wanted him for a while. The only reason I didn't order him from GameStop is because FedEx, not a fan. They always seem to lose my packages or do something wrong, so figured, okay, I'm just gonna wait, and finally here we have him. Really excited to have this guy, and I'm very surprised with this figure. We're gonna get into that in a second, but let's just go through the accessories. So first of all, he does come with the ARC 920 railgun, the M363 RPD sticky detonator, as well as a pair of fists, a pair of somewhat open hands, a pair of single pointing finger hands that can be used as triggers, and one right double pointing hand. So like I said, this figure honestly has surprised me when it comes to just Spartan Collection in general. It's no secret that this company has had its ups and downs. I feel like they've done so much experimenting throughout the different waves, and finally we're settling on something pretty good. And the reason it's kind of surprising to me is because Kelly and Carter, both decent enough figures, you know, they haven't really changed anything up. They're pretty much the same kind of standard thing we've gotten in the last couple of waves with, you know, articulation and stuff like that. They're nothing super special, but they're still cool in their own way. This figure, though, they did do a little bit more, which I'm actually really happy about. First off, let's go with the paint, which the paint detail on this figure is honestly one of the best that we've gotten in a while. A lot of the extra colors that we don't normally see, especially in the helmet, were painted in that darker green. We do have a nice silver dry brushing throughout the body and everything, but we also have a few different shades of just different colors. And that's not to say that they don't always add extra colors to where the armor should go in certain places, but this one they definitely added some darker greens throughout the armor, some grays and everything. And like I said, the helmet I think is what stands out the most to me, is they actually added some of the paneling, the green, in the darker areas, because it's stuff that they've actually missed with some of the older releases, with the Infinite Chief, and I believe even the Halo 2 Chief, I want to say. One of them where the helmet, although it's painted really good, it's missing those different extra shades. So this one came out really nice, really good, love it. As for the weapons, let's take a quick closer look. Let's just see the railgun right here. A little bit, you know, still bendy and everything. We do have a little bit of yellow right there on the actual thing itself. It's painted pretty clean. Not really anything to say about it. If you want to put it on its back, you can take out the little peg piece right here, flip it around, and you can kind of plug it in. But honestly, it's not the best. It does kind of get in the way because of these little kind of jetpack things, which, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I want to say it was 1,000 Toys. They made it so you can plug in the weapons on the little backpack thing right there. I feel like if they had gone with that on this design, specifically because of the way, you know, everything is kind of scaled, I feel like that would have been better. But fortunately they didn't, so when you plug that in, it doesn't want to stay the best. It does stay, but again, not the best. Same thing with the side arm right here. It plugs in, but it's fallen off on me a few times already, and this part has fallen down on me a few times. It sticks in there pretty good, but it's not, again, the best design. You can't just flip it in, put it in there. There is one on the other side. As for the sticky detonator, could use a little bit of wash, but detail-wise, looks pretty good, looks nice, no complaints there at all. As for the figure itself, like I said, really, really well done. I do like all the paint details and everything, the silver dry brushing, the darker greens. It came out really nice. They did a fantastic job painting it. I do like the little added detail under the suit and everything where it has this kind of mesh pattern going on throughout it. This is how you know it's from Halo 4, because the Halo 5 one has green, dark green inner suit, and it's not damaged right here like on this one. So, you know, minor differences between Halo 4 and 5, but I'm sure we're going to get a Halo 5 variant at some point, probably with the cracked visor. I can't imagine we won't get that, but yeah, Halo 4 Chief looks really nice. I actually do like this suit. I know it was like controversial when it came out, but it's grown on me over the years, and honestly, I'm not going to say I'm sad that it's gone, but I do feel like we could have gotten some more explanations with the suits. I've said it once and I'll say it again. The explanation they gave with nanomachines, really dumb. There was a really easy way to do it. They could have just had Chief in Halo 4 with the Halo 3 armor in the beginning. It could have gotten damaged when they crashed down on Requiem, and then once they got back to the Infinity, if he had gotten a new suit from them, that would have been like a great way to just explain it. And I think it would have been a cool mechanic and everything to have his old suit malfunctioning on him throughout part of the game and everything. And then, to add to that, they could have honestly just said, okay, we're giving you a downgraded version of the armor for Infinite so that Cortana can't just get into your suit or something. You know what I mean? But aside from that, honestly, I actually really do like the design of this one. It's different. 343, say what you will about them. The suit grew on me. That's all I'm going to say. But anyways, they did some really good things with this figure. It's some things that, could be better, like kicking back is kind of non-existent. Just the way the body is shaped there, which is a little bit disappointing, but it's fine. He can kick forward pretty darn good. He can go out a little bit, but not as much as you'd want, and it's because of the way his hips right here are rounded off. They just don't allow for that much movement. If you wanted to shave them down, you probably could do it, but then you're going to lose all that detail. I'm going to leave them as they are, but would have been nice if you could get them just a little bit more. You can hear that plastic on plastic right there, so yeah, that's disappointing. We do have the upper thigh swivel, which is nice. We do have double jointed knees, but again, it's still that kind of ugly design. There's definitely a way to improve on it, but for now, it's still the not great looking thing. We do have up and back. We do have kind of a pivot, but not really. I mean, it's there on certain extremes, but it could be better, honestly. We do have a toe hinge, which that one is frozen. Does this one want to move? Not really. There is a toe hinge in there, but yeah, it's a bit frozen on mine at the moment, unfortunately. As for the arms, they can go outwards that much, which is really well. That is perfect, honestly. Down, all the way around, rotation at the upper arm. We do have double jointed elbows, but I do feel like the second joint here was honestly a little redundant. I mean, yeah, we get a little bit more movement, but honestly, if we had gotten another swivel right there, I think it would have helped a little bit with holding the weapons. We don't necessarily need it because I know we have the swivel there, but I don't know. Something I would want to see and experiment on to see, like, would it help? Probably not, honestly. Maybe. Who knows? But anyways, yeah, double jointed elbows. You can get the bottom one all the way up, or you can get the top one all the way up, but you can't get them both to bend, exactly as much as they can because of the way they meet. But still, good either way. Rotation at the wrist, hinge, no up and down movement, unfortunately. Then, as you can maybe already see, the abdomen does crunch. He crunches forward, and it's not popping off. It's not flying off. It's a crunch. It's an actual ab crunch. That is a great improvement. Unfortunately, there's no side-to-side movement on the top or the bottom, which really sucks. But there is a shift right there and right there, which is really good. Can't lean back. If you lean him back, then he does pop off. But you can see right there, they did add a little bit of a canal there. I don't know if that's what's doing it. I don't know if it's because it's wider here or how they actually managed it. I need to compare it to some of the other ones. But he has, if I can pop this back on, there we go, an ab crunch and side-to-side movement. Side-to-side's a little bit difficult, but the ab crunch, that's, man. I think I said it not that long ago with the ODST, which is funny because one of my ODSTs has a really good ab crunch, the other one has a medium ab crunch, and the other one doesn't really have one at all. But they managed it with this figure, and I'm happy about it. Though you gotta be careful. You can see some of the rub from the top of the armor and the bottom of the armor is getting on there and kind of scratching off the paint. So be a little bit careful when you're doing it. Try not to shift it or anything, but yeah, it's a little bit disappointing that it does kind of rub off on the body right there. Anyways, head movement up really, really well. I mean, that is just perfect, honestly. Down, all the way, even past the armor. Left, right, no pivot, don't really need it, don't really care. Would be nice if it was there, but honestly, with the improvements they did with this figure, I'm for it. I'm happy. When I got this figure in hand at the store, I was wondering, okay, how am I going to do a mod for him and make it look good? Because obviously, without being able to mimic the suit underneath, the mod I usually do on these figures isn't going to look great, but I don't need to really do it anymore. Yes, I do wish he had a little bit of more left and right movement, but honestly, you can get a pretty good extreme pose from him just because of that crunch and because of the way his helmet can look up. Man, that is an improvement. In my opinion, they did an awesome job with this figure. I do recommend it. If you're a fan of this game, if you're a fan of the armor, or you just want to experiment with a somewhat better articulated Master Chief figure, this is definitely the one. It's not perfect. We don't have, the left and right, which I feel like is standard. We should have that no matter what. But for now, they're going in places that I approve of, and I can't really complain. So anyways, here he is next to a couple of Halo 5 figures. Again, you can see the green inner suit on these ones, which makes it somewhat different from the Halo 4 one. Again, the armor is complete on theirs. He has the shattered visor. He doesn't. Honestly, I do really like the World of Halo version of him. The Mattel one, the original one wasn't that good. This one is the second release. It's improved. It was taller to fit more in line with the other figures. I do like it, but its articulation is definitely very limited. Kind of crazy to me how limited this one is, and how this one is one of probably the most articulated, budget-friendly Master Chiefs. Obviously, 1,000 Toys moves way better, but can't really compare it because price-wise and everything. But just in general for a figure, honestly, it's just great to see that they did this much work on Halo 4. I didn't know if we were going to get it. I honestly was just kind of waiting to see if we were going to get anything aside from Infinity stuff. But yeah, we've been getting it. We're close to completing our evolutions of Master Chief. I know that the Halo 3 one is already kind of announced for the next wave. We don't have any kind of information on Halo 5 one. I'm hoping it's coming. I can't imagine they wouldn't reuse this mold and do something similar to this one with, again, the cracked visor and the green undersuit. It's not too different. Just a few minor differences in color variation and everything, and I believe it's more or less the same figure, but cool to see that the, I guess, Black Sheep version of the armor is getting some love, which, again, I like it. It grew on me. What can I say? And next up, here he is next to the Halo CE, Halo 2, and Halo Infinite Master Chiefs. Disclaimer, none of these Chiefs are stock figures. The Infinite one is a combination of, I think, 3 different figures. And then the Halo CE one is a combination of both CE versions, and it's repainted. And the Halo 2 one is just repainted. So they're not stock to how you would get them at the store, but you can see the sizes and everything. He is kind of on par with the first two in height. Infinite, a little bit taller than he should be. Not that big of a deal, but kind of weird at the same time. I don't know. Maybe it's because I just changed so many things on him. But I think he's just taller than the other figures in general. But it is cool to see the Master Chief line kind of growing and everything. Like I said, 3 is going to be coming soon. It's probably my most anticipated one for the Spartan collection. I try to hold back on Spartan collection, honestly. I don't like getting the random Spartans as much. I kind of wanted to at one point, but then was like, nah, I'm good. I don't know if I'm going to be picking up some of the other figures. I did get Orbiter. I want to do a review on him. It'll be there eventually. But yeah, I don't know. It's a bigger line, takes up more shelf space. But when it comes to characters like these, I can't help it. And I'm so glad I picked up this Chief because of how good it is, and just it's nice to see the entire team coming together. And honestly, part of me is yeah, okay, I should repaint him or something, but he looks good as is. I don't really think there's much work I need to do to make him look any better. Stock him, they got it pretty good. So yeah, I mean, maybe a little bit more where the armor is supposed to be damaged, add a little bit of black there or something. But aside from that, yeah, out of the box, really good figure. Anyways, if it hasn't become apparent, I really like this figure and I 100% recommend him. Again, they did a great job. Paint-wise, I feel like my camera just isn't doing a good job at capturing how well the paint is, but hopefully some of the pictures did. Accessory-wise, it's what you expect, nothing special. Again, it's not the greatest figure in the world. I'm not going to say it's articulation wise, the legs could be better. Some of the arms could be a little bit better, but they're pretty decent. You can get the movement side to side and everything. It needs work still. But the improvements in this line, going from the first release, what is it now, 2 years ago, where the Master Chief couldn't even keep his arms in position right, very loose figures, to we finally have an ab crunch. This guy's joints are pretty solid. They're not the strongest in the world, and the paint on it is really good. We still have the shiny visor, which they tried to get rid of at some point. But everything else, honestly, seeing where they started and where they are now, I'm glad they've been able to keep the license and been able to keep improving and just are trying to improve in general. It'd be very easy for them to be like, no, we're just going to keep doing more of the same and you guys are going to buy it anyway. But they've improved. They've done a good job. I'm so glad this Halo 4 Chief got the love it deserved. And yeah, really not much else to say here. Other than I hope you guys enjoyed the review. I'm hoping this goes up on Wednesday, which would be, well, as you're watching this on a Wednesday. But we'll see. I'm shooting for uploading videos at least on Wednesdays. Not much coming out. We're towards the end of the year, so apologies if there's like a lack of content and stuff. Also, I'm going to be a little bit busy for the next couple months, so I might not be able to upload as much. I did tease a Bionicle thing, which I am planning on doing in the very near future, but we'll see how it goes. I'm going to try and film some back socket videos. I'm also a little bit sick right now. You can't hear it because it's on my throat, but yeah, I'm a little sick right now, so another reason why videos are kind of lagging behind and stuff. But hopefully I'll be able to at least keep up with one video a week. So yeah, we'll be back at full force at some point, maybe in the new year. But for now, gonna slow down a little bit. I'm still hoping we get to the 3,000 subs before the end of the year, but we'll see how that goes because everything is kind of slowed down. But anyways, if you're still watching this, thank you. I appreciate it, and I'll see you all later. Once again, thank you for watching, and goodbye.